Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with the victorious Lewis Ritson. Lewis, leaving a mark on you, mate. What a performance that was against our former world champion, being there with the best. I mean, how did you find your performance?
Yeah, good. Just behind the job, not a bit more mature performance than usual. Not getting stuck in where I usually would. Took a couple of big lefts in the first. Usually I would go and all guns blazing, but just stuck to it and a couple of steps back and back on the job. So the team's happy. I'm happy. That's
the main thing. You spoke as well at the press conference that you're two wins away from that St James's dream. That's probably going to be your world title. If I'm fighting at St James's Park, can I get any bigger than you? Bit bigger than that for you, but there's probably a fight on the horizon coming up. But we'll stay on this fight just now. The Asian Zlaticanin, that left hook to the body, I was screaming for it as a fanboy. I was like, land that left hook to the body. When you landed it, man, you got. I think you had him hurt a couple of times. Did you feel that was working for you?
I got a couple of dips out of him, to be fair. I thought, especially the first one hit me, he's a way down, but he managed in the bell. I went just at the last minute, so not happy, but I could have stood there and trained with him, but like I say, a bit more mature performance behind the jab, and maybe a few fights ago I would have probably went for blood and went for the kill, but you know what, it's bigger fights on the horizon. We need to look towards them, and that's what we're doing now.
You showed some of your defensive skills as well with the right hand, because you obviously got that looping backhand. He's made his name off that looping backhand. You kept your right hand tight, you were circling away from it as well. So again, you're showing the fans that not only are you just a knockout artist all them years ago when you were down at lightweight, but you've got a boxing brain and boxing IQ as well.
Yeah, and we're just trying to show a little bit more. You know, like the more levels you get up, I think the more you need to show that. I can't just go through blasting through people. I think we've shown that in the past where we've tried to do that and we've come up short a little bit. So we're a good boxer. We always say at the gym we can't box. When we spar, people are surprised how good we're boxing is. So we're just putting that into effect in the ring, and I think we showed that tonight.
Right, I'm going to have to mention his name. It was spoke about at the press conference. He said he was going to be here. He didn't show up. Ohara Davis. Is that the next fight for you?
I mean, if you come, he's shitted, isn't he? He's shit himself, hasn't come up. So, like I say, I'm not really bothered about Ohara. I've been said a few names. His has been mentioned, but it's whatever gets us the most money now, isn't it? Whatever gets us the most money and gets us up the ladder. So, if that's him next to that's who the offer is, that's who I'll take. But if not, then I'm not really bothered.
You did mention as well at that press conference 2 fights, and then that big fight that you won at that stadium just down the road somewhere. Is that one ticked off? Is there one more fight left, you believe?
Well, that's what I got told at the press conference, 2 fights in the big one, but you know, in boxing you need a bit of luck and sometimes plans change, so I take it with a pinch of salt. You know, I've been there before where I thought it was 1 fight away or 2 fights away in the past, and sadly them dreams have been shattered, haven't they? So, you know, I'm still on the comeback trail. You know, it was only 2 fights ago. I got beat for that world title eliminator, and you know, so we're back rebuilding, but more performances like that, we're going to show people that what we're really about.
The whole North East boxing right now with yourself, like I said to you at the press conference as well, that you've held that on your shoulders, them big broad shoulders, for so long now, but now you've got a little undercard coming underneath you that can help you, support you in getting these big names and big draws up. And you've got Pat McCormick, obviously the McCormick twins even, you've got Mark Dickinson, you've got Ben Reese, you've got all these young fighters coming through that are going to help you build this even bigger in this North East boxing, so you must be excited about that and feel a little bit of decompression, a little bit.
But at the same time, you know, like if you look at the card tonight, apart from me and Troy, especially me, I've got the hardest fight in the bill. I seem to have the hardest fight every bill one in the North East, and that's just it obviously being at the forefront of it. But it's about time some of them start taking some chances themselves and start fighting. Actually, some people can take the pressure off me. I know we've got the McCormacks, Ben Reese, Mark Dickinson, but they're still early on in the career. We need fighters who are above them in the North East taking big fights. You know, it's no good me just keep having it on my shoulders to do that. So we're in a very good place at the minute, but we need other ones to take a chance, get in there like I'm doing, and take a bit of the responsibility on their shoulders.
2 tough fights, one final one before I get a 2.5 hour drive up the road. You said to me that 140-pound division right now, there's a group, there's Ohara Davis, there's you, maybe Tyrone McKenna that's hovering about there. Do you have a message for these guys? Is one of these guys your next opponent, and do you have a message for them?
No, you know me, Andy, I'm not really. I should do it a bit more often, but I don't. I'm not really part of it.
Did your dad do it?
I know he's not doing it. Well, he might, like Big Mo, mate. Where is he? Get him on. He'll call him out for us. No, listen. I'm not that sort of kid. I've never have been, but you know, I'm not wanting to shy away from a fight. I mean, they've both called for the fight in the past, and they're both going to call for it after the night. I mean, listen, you know, we'll get a good draw in Newcastle. They're going to get well paid for coming up here, but we'll see if I can get bigger fights and with bigger opponents. I'll take that. You know, like, fair play to Tyrone. He took Pro Green in his last fight. He kind of plenty of bottle took that and it didn't go his way, but his stock's probably risen from that. So, you know, we're not shying away from anyone, and like I say, whoever they give next, we'll fight them.
Lewis, congratulations on tonight. It's two solid wins coming back off that loss, which is two tough opponents, two solid wins. But I'm going to let these North East media guys get their shot because they're eyeballing me and I think they want to scrap. So I better let you get to it, Lewis. Thank you so much, mate. Well done tonight.
Cheers, thank you very much. Appreciate
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.